welcome to Friday Night Conversations, everyone. Glad you could make it tonight. My guest is Angela Thomas Smith. She is an author of 68 books, a motivational speaker, and she's got her hands in all kinds of things, and she's a very busy lady. So, welcome, Angela.
Hi.
Good, good to have you here tonight. So, you're known as the Queen of
Well,
Collaboration.
thank you. Thank you.
Can you
It,
tell us
it-
about
it's
that?
always good to be here.
Can you tell us why you're known
So,
as
to
the
be
Queen?
honest, I don't know how. So, can you hear me?
Yeah, but you're freezing up. You're kind of coming and going. Do you have
Okay.
any
I
other
don't know.
browsers
Let
open?
me see. Let me see.
Yeah,
Now,
sometimes when
how is
you
that?
have other browsers open, it'll make a difference.
Is that better?
It sounds much better. Thank you. So tell us why you're known as the Queen of Collaborations.
Okay. So, to be honest, I don't know how I got that name. It's been about, I want to say, about 5 or 6 years. They have been calling me that in these social media streets. I don't even know who was the first person to even call me that, but it's a name that has grown on me. It is a name that I tell you, I have truly walked into that. Um, I love to collaborate. I love to network. I love to bring people together. I love to partner, and it's become something that if you know me, you know that's what I do. You know that I love bringing people together. And I don't believe in, going and being a part of something without letting people know about what I'm doing and, how they can benefit. I think we all can benefit from each other. Um, there is something that no matter what it is, there's something that you can get from being a part of something that somebody else is doing. A lot of the opportunities that I've walked into, I never thought I would be doing it. You talk about a young lady that come from the country. I come from a place that a lot of people never heard of. People hear about Clemson, they hear about University of South Carolina, they hear about these different places, but they never hear about Levelland, South Carolina, or
Yeah.
Anderson, South Carolina, where I was born, right outside of Clemson, in Abbeville County. Levelland was where I grew up on a street called Black Hill Road. One way in, one way out. It
Isn't
hasn't
that
been easy. You know, I I grew up on what a lot of people would consider a farm, but to us it was just Black Hill Road. That's where we grew up. That was our community. We were either first cousins or second cousins. We were a family, and I just look back at that life. No, I didn't have the best life. A lot of people they hear me talk about it and I smile about it because it was it was a loving family. you know if we got out of line, our aunties, our older cousins, whoever was there that was old enough to put us in our place, they put us in our place. They took care of us. They made sure that we were okay. And we've gotten away from that. I truly believe we've gotten away from that. I
yeah.
am I am truly a woman of God's heart. I definitely believe that he's giving me a second chance because you're looking at a young lady that was shot point blank range with a sawed off shotgun. I shouldn't be here, but God gave me a second chance. So I don't sit down on his goodness. You know, the enemy could have took me out
Yeah.
when I was on my bed of affliction because he tried to. I tried to commit suicide. Yeah, I'm a suicide attempt survivor. A lot of these things that you hear me talk on my platform, I talk about them from a place of experience, a place where I've been through it. I've had to deal with it. I talk about homeless because I've been homeless. I can talk about it. It's not something that I don't know nothing about, and I try to talk about those things that I know, and I've experienced. I don't try to be more than who I am because I'm just like the next person. He has no respect of a person. We all have a journey. We all have a part that we're supposed to play in this society. You know, that's the purpose of networking. That's the purpose of collaborating. That's the purpose of partnering. We all supposed to walk away with something. We all supposed to grow. We also develop. We all supposed to go to the next level. And we all supposed to be able to produce seed. We all supposed to be able to produce fruit. You know, Everything that we do, we're supposed to be able to reach back and pull somebody else up along the way with us. That's just my mentality. I believe that in order for us to see change in this world, that we have to be that change that we want in this world. And I live by that. I stand on it. I won't be moved. That's me. But that's the gist of who I am, and
Okay.
that's the gist of me. I don't
Now I
sugarcoat
noticed,
it. It is what it is.
I noticed on your Facebook page you collaborate with a lot of black women. Is it only for women that you collaborate with? Only for black women, or can anybody get into it? Or can you explain that? Is it kind of a real open group, or is it more like a
I I do various types of writing. I do poetry, I do inspirationals, I do different stuff. So it depends on what I'm writing on. The book that comes out on Sunday, it's just me and two other ladies. We collaborated about domestic violence because that's something that we've been through, something that we experienced. So we just wanted to share, our journey, and we did it through devotionals. Um, we've had guys a part of different things that we've done. I've actually had guys in my suicide awareness books. I've had guys in my poetry books. So there's just different people. Whoever wants to participates. If you relate, if you can, if you want to allow your words to speak, you have the opportunity to do that. I do various types of anthologies throughout the year. And sometimes I
yeah,
dedicate them just for guys. Sometimes it's just for women, and sometimes it's just for whatever that subject is. Like right now, we're on a 3-book series. It's a poetry series, and it's dedicated to Black mental health. So anybody that has had issues with mental health, this last book, we actually were looking for 4 individuals. Right now, we have about 22 individuals a part of the book, and they come from different backgrounds. You have social workers, you have therapists, you have counselors, you have teachers, you have coaches, you have just different people. Like you have me, just a regular author, just a regular regular old Jane, out here just trying to make a difference in people's walks. So we just want to allow our voices to speak. We want people to know that, you know, there's forgiveness, there's hope, there's love. Whatever you desire in this world is out there.
yeah.
But
Well,
you
you
have to be
authored
that change.
68 books, right?
You have to want it for yourself. You
Yeah,
can't expect anybody else to give it. Yeah.
yeah,
I'm open for anybody that wants to share, anybody that wants to be a voice, anybody that
yeah.
think that they have something that needs to be said. You know, I help those that are behind prison walls that want to share their story. If you follow me and you know the things that I for those that are incarcerated in the state of Texas, because the state of Texas has failed them. So I share a lot about the things that those that are incarcerated want to share. So that's what I do. Um, I just believe in being that voice for that person that believe that they don't have a voice, because a lot of us, we have a voice and we don't use it. But it's a lot of people wish they had a voice and wish they had a platform and wish they had an outlet so that they can, share their truth, share their perspective. They don't get
Yeah.
that.
And you're on a few
So I
podcasts
try to be
also.
that voice, and I do it in my magazine. I do it through my podcast, through every outlet that I get.
Yeah.
Yes, I actually have a network. It's called the Crew Podcast. There is actually seven amazing hosts a part of that network. They have their own different shows. They have their own different perspective. They come on. We air every night just about at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I think we were on every night in September except for maybe about 2 nights. Um,
Is that on your Facebook
Same thing
page?
for October. We're going to be on about every night. Yeah, it's all over the Facebook. We have the Crew Podcast Facebook page. We have a YouTube. We have TikTok. We have everything that you can think of. Again, Linktree house everything for everybody. You go to Linktree, the Crew Podcast, and I think it's the Crew Podcast 23, and you'll be able to see where you can check us all out. You can check out all of the hosts. You can check out all of the different platforms that we are a part of. Like I said, we are a part of a lot of major platforms. We're part of iHeart, Spotify, Speaker.com, U42, Deja. Of course, we're a part of Google Podcasts, which is about to end shortly. But anyway, I do a lot. I'm a part of a podcast over on WBNN that airs through Blog Talk Radio. My show over there is called Walking in Purpose with Angela. It comes on every 4 weeks at 9:30 p.m. I think I'll be on again October 23rd, I think, whatever that Wednesday is. Um, I'll be on again, and we'll be talking about domestic violence. Of course, October is Breast Cancer and Domestic Violence Awareness Month. So those are, of course, two things that are near and dear to my heart, because I have two prayer warriors that's a part of those prayer books that are domestic violence and breast cancer warriors. They have survived breast cancer, and I'm just thankful, and I'm just thankful for my circle. I'm just thankful for those that don't think it selfish, or think it robbery, or think any type of way of sharing their story, because there's so many hurt people out there in this world that
Yes,
just need
that's
know that there's hope. Understand that there's hope. That you can't give up. Don't
true.
give up, no matter what it looked like. You can't give up on life. You can't give up on your dreams, your hopes, your desires, your wants, because he didn't drop you out of the sky. you know he placed you here. He strategically placed you here. He knew everything that you would face. He knew everything that you would foresee, everything about you. So nothing is a coincidence. Nothing is an
We
accident.
can all,
Nothing is
we can all
circumstance. Or
reach somebody anyway. We can all
exactly.
reach. Now, do you have a
So,
family that support you in what you do?
well, you I have a sister that goes above and beyond. Her name is Annette. She's been like a mother to me as well.
Mhm.
Um, of course, everyone know my mom passed away 12 days after my 16th birthday. So my sister really stepped up, and she really made sure that I was okay, along with a lot of other people. But out of everybody, she has truly been there. She has always made sure that her baby sister was okay. That's one thing that she said she promised my mom that she would make sure that we were okay, meaning me and my brother, that we were okay, and that she has. I can't say that, we've had the world, but we've been okay. We we've been through some things, but we okay. We're still here. We can talk about it. We can share it with somebody else so that somebody else don't have to go through the things that we went through.
Yeah.
So, when people think that they failed you, they really didn't fail you. It was a part of the master plan. And regardless of what it looked like to us, the master plan is always the right plan.
We
No
all
matter,
have our own journey we got to go
yeah,
down.
yeah, no matter like to us. But I'm grateful for this journey. I wouldn't trade it. I wouldn't take it back. People ask, would you do some things different? No, I wouldn't do nothing different. Because if I did anything different, then we may not be sitting here talking about it today. So no, I wouldn't trade anything
For
for
your
anything.
inspiration to a lot of people.
Yeah,
It's
I wouldn't
easy.
trade anything for anything. I appreciate everything for what it is. Everything happens for just what it happens for.
Yeah.
You know, I appreciate the journey. Sometimes we just have to be thankful and grateful. A lot of times we don't do that.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah. I learned a
we
long
we,
time
we
ago
forget
that
about being grateful. We forget about that word called gratitude.
yeah, gratitude makes the day a whole lot
Yeah,
better.
we forget about that word gratitude.
Gratitude makes
Yeah,
the
but
day
we forget about it. But
better. Yeah. So tell me more about your childhood and growing up on the farm in South Carolina. What was that like?
I could say it was different. Um, we had an opportunity to, you know, grow our own crops. We had an opportunity to climb trees. We just had an opportunity to breathe free, to to be kids, to enjoy life, to explore those things that, we might not have got to do if we was in the city. So I'm grateful for being able to go out there and grab a watermelon, grab a cantaloupe, grab some cucumbers, grab whatever we needed to grab out in our fields. We didn't have to go to the grocery store. We could go out there and just pick it out the field. Those are things that we experience. A lot of the kids today they don't experience that. But I had that opportunity. I even had the opportunity to where, I realize now that I was a young entrepreneur because I remember going to the farmers market and taking the ear corn and taking the green beans and taking the little baskets and putting them in the baskets and weigh them on I was doing entrepreneurship back then and didn't even realize it.
Yeah.
That was just something that I wanted to do on Saturdays. I wanted to go to the flea market and help my grandma and them sell the crop that they harvest throughout the week. They used to pack it up and go and put it out on the table and sell it. Ears of corn. I remember you can go get 4 ears of corn for $1. You can get
Them days are gone.
3 pounds yeah, them was some days back in the day. You could get I'm telling you, you can get the little baskets with the peaches and the baskets with the apples, and we had apple trees in the backyard. We had all kind of trees in our backyard. I mean,
Yeah.
you talking about we sat on 250 some acres, like it was everything. We didn't really have to want for nothing. Those were the days. A lot of people they moved to the city. They got these bigger houses. They moved away from the farm. A lot of people moved from doing those things. I don't even stay in that area no more. I stay down
Yeah.
in the beach, and then half of the time I'm
Let
in
me
Atlanta. So
ask you a question about
but
something I
those were the
saw.
days. Those were the days.
Let me ask you a question about
Uh huh.
something I saw on a website today. Uh, it said that you're pursuing a glamorous two-page spread in New Beauty magazine, $40,000 and a dream vacation. Now, what's that all about?
Oh, so there is a couple platforms that people have nominated me for to showcase different things, to talk about different things. I think that particular one, um, you get an opportunity to win $40,000. You get to be featured in a magazine. You get to have a spread. They take pictures. You get to talk about what you do, and just different things. People get to know you. I'm grateful and I'm thankful for those that follow me, those that support me, because they nominate me for a lot of different things. Sometimes they nominate me for so much I can't be a part of everything because you know everything come with a fee, and sometimes I can't. Um, I just can't pay those fees for all of those things. I appreciate them so much for the nominations, but sometimes I just can't do it. But it's just grateful. I'm just grateful and humble that people think about the things that I do, because sometimes you think that really are people really seeing what you're doing, and is people really getting what you're doing? Is it affecting anybody? Is it touching anybody's life? You
Yeah.
wonder, as just not even as these different titles that people throw out here. I'm just out here just trying to make a difference. I want to be that change that I desire to see in this world. I try not to pick sides with a lot of stuff. I try not to, I'm that person. I'm with whatever's right. I don't have a favorite. If you're right, you're right, and if you're wrong, you're wrong. That's just how I've been raised. That's how my sister have been all her life. She's not, it never picked sides with none of us. If we were wrong, she told us we were wrong, and if we was right, she stood by us at all costs. But if we were wrong, she made sure she let us know that we were wrong, and how we needed to correct ourselves. And sometimes that's what we have to do. We have to stand back and look at, you know, maybe I am the problem. If everybody quitting and we can't keep nobody, and they keep saying it's you, then maybe you are the problem. But we don't see that, and we don't try to change that. But yeah, that's where I am. That's me. That's a little bit about my childhood. That's how I got here today. You know,
Like you have a friend in here,
it wasn't
Patricia.
easy, but I got here.
Yeah.
I didn't hear you.
So it looks like you have a friend in chat, Patrice
Oh yes,
Grandma.
hey Patrice. Yes,
Yeah.
yes, that's one of my fellow podcasters.
Is it?
She is part of the crew podcast. She's an amazing lady. She actually is a librarian. Hey Keish. Keisha is one of the poets that's inside of book 3, Finding Love. She's gonna be one of the 40 poets. I tell
Okay.
you, God has truly been dealing with me with that book. He been dealing with me with that book because um, it went from just finding love to 40 Shades of Red, and then he broke down that word red, like resilient. And then as people join, I listen to their stories, and I hear their stories, and I hear their journeys, and every last one of them, it's like they've been resilient on this journey, that they couldn't give up no matter what came at them. They stood on the course. And it's like the E stand for equip, because no matter what we go through, he's already given us everything that we needed. Because if we go back and we understand in Genesis 2:7, he said he breathed the breath of life into us. And when he breathed the breath of life into us, everything that we needed is on the inside of us. There's nothing that we can want for, anything that we can desire for outside of that breath, because we don't even need an alarm clock to wake us up in the morning, because that breath wakes us up. We don't need
Yeah.
CPR to wake us up. It's that breath that wakes us up. So he's equipped us with everything that we need. And that's just what he dropped in my spirit. And it's during this season that, we're going to have to allow him to deliver us from those things that, keep hindering us. Some of us, he delivered us, and now it's time for us to stand up and say, hey, we not going back. It's no turning back. That we got to go forward. We can't go back. You know.
Yeah.
But yeah, this is a different season that he has me in, and I'm definitely been connecting with some amazing people. I think we need like 14 more people. I think there may be like 3 people that hadn't signed up, so we need about 13, 14 more people to join us inside of this poetry anthology. Just an opportunity for people to share their words, those things that they're passionate about, those things that, you know, if it's loving yourself, um, loving someone, if you have come to a place where you've become cold hearted, because a lot of us, we allow situations and circumstances to cause us to be cold hearted, and we forget how to love. Love truly covers a multitude of sin, and love is drawing. Love is action. Love is not something that we just can. Love not something that we can just throw around. Love is something that we have to show, and it's done through action. It's done through
Yeah.
the things that we do. It's not something that's just said. And when he dropped that word in my spirit, and I began to share it and began to share it with people, they just began to jump on the project and just began to start sharing, because he said it's time for us to let go and allow him to be who he said he would be in our lives, and that's God. He said, let go and let God.
Good all the time.
We hear that all the time. But some of us, we don't want to step out of the way. We don't want to step
Yeah.
out of the way. But in this season, he really wants you to let go and allow him to do it in this season, and allow him to show up so he can show out. You know,
Yeah.
Move out your own way. The O is like he wants you to stop allowing these situations to oppress you. We get in these situations and we think that we cannot overcome them. We think that we cannot come out of them. Yes, you can. But just like it did not take you, you didn't get in it overnight. You not gonna come out of it overnight. So just know that it's a process. Everything that we go through is a process. But just know that you cannot stay there. You cannot stay there. Do not stay there. That's one thing about it. You got to overcome that oppression. And that's why you got to write the vision. In this season, you got to write the vision and make it plain. You can't be all over the place. You cannot be all over the place. You got to understand that if he put you in a place to podcast, then you need to be podcasting, and you need to be trying to do the best podcast that you can do. You need to be trying to, I'm telling you, everything that needs to be done, that's what needs to be done and nothing else. Don't focus on what everybody else around you is doing, but focus on what he's giving you to do. That's what it's all about in this season, and that's what we got to understand. That's what we got to
Yeah.
understand. It's not about you at the end of the day, but it's about what he called you to do. So write the vision and make it plain, y'all, so that you can evolve to those things eternally. Because it's about those things eternally, y'all, that's gonna matter. It ain't gonna
Amen.
matter what we've done on this earth. It don't matter in the physical what we've done, y'all. But it's what we've done that's gonna allow us to evolve
So
eternally.
how
So
can
hey, I want to make sure that I'm in that bunch that he say, "Well done, my good and faithful servant." So y'all don't
you
allow your
me too?
selfishness and your flesh to keep
Yeah.
you from doing the things that he's called you to do. Yeah, we
Yeah.
no, y'all. I'm gonna tell you no. Everybody don't think I'm no so holier than thou. No, I'm not. I'm not preaching nothing. Nothing. I'm not telling you the no, no. But you got to get an understanding for yourself. You got to have that relationship for yourself, and I don't care how you get there. How you get there is upon you. Because I talk to people every day that's Muslim. I talk to Catholics. I talk to people that, 5%ers. I talk to people that, do all types of religion. But I grew up as a Baptist. I grew up as a Methodist. I grew up as a non-denominational. I've been all over the place. But I've learned that I have to have a relationship with him for myself. That's the one thing that I've learned is I have to have a relationship with him for myself. Because of that relationship that I had with him is what saved my life. If I not had that relationship in
Yeah.
2014, I wouldn't be here today. So I'm grateful that I
I'm
had
glad
that
you
relationship. I'm
good
grateful.
for God. I like that.
I'm
I always
grateful.
like
I'm grateful that my aunt, yeah, I'm grateful that my aunt took me to church. I'm glad that my mom put me on that church bus and made me go to church. I'm glad that we sat and listened to my great grandfather, who was a pastor, preach. and sit at his feet on Saturdays and go to his house and he pray over us. I'm thankful for that. God rest his soul. He did what he was supposed to do while he was here on this earth. That's why he was here so long. He lived to be 99 years old.
Is that
His
right?
sister lived to be 100 years old. You know what I'm saying? So I don't take none of that for granted. I got aunties right now that's in their 80s and they getting around better than we are. They getting around better than we are. Still driving, still pushing it, still doing some things that they was doing when they was in their 30s and 40s. Not that they have to, but it's because they want to.
Yeah.
And that's
So
what I
how
want
can
to be
people
able
get
to
in
do.
touch with you? How can people get in
So
touch with you?
everything Linktree, of course. You can Linktree / Queen of Collaborations. Um, I am the Queen of Collaborations. That's what I'm known on all of my platforms. If you just put in Queen of Collaboration now, I'm probably gonna pop up. My books will probably pop up, or my podcast will probably pop up. All of that will probably pop up.
Yeah.
Um, I just, I I love to share, and whoever spoke that over my life, I thank them for speaking that over my life because it has manifested in my life and it has allowed me to be able to connect with so many other people and to collaborate with so many other people and to give other people an opportunity. And that is my desire. And I thank you for this opportunity to share on tonight. I thank you for allowing me to be a part of your various platforms. I tell you, you are truly a collaborator, and I definitely am going to be sharing you with my podcasters, those that are hosts on the Crew podcast. They definitely need to come by and definitely support you and be a part of some of your shows. It would definitely be a different look and a different opportunity for them. It's an opportunity for them. Our shows air at 8 o'clock. A lot of the times when I come in, I'm coming in rushing because I've had to produce a show right before I come in
Okay.
at 9 o'clock. Sometimes they shows run to right before 9. Like last night, that show ran to 8:50. So I was rushing it, trying to get over there to be a part of your show because when I say I'm gonna do something, I try to do it.
Yeah.
Um, and unless there's a dire emergency, I'm gonna do what I say I'm gonna do. But I
I'm sure you're
definitely
glad
am
you're
going
a
to
part
share
of
your
the show.
platform. I'm definitely
Yeah.
going to share your platform with my other hosts so that they
Thank
can come on over here and support you and share their brands and who knows, you might connect with a couple of them and might want them to come and be a part of your other show. I'm telling you, you got some that they can talk about any topic you can throw at them. They are
you.
very diverse. We got social workers. We
We
got
need it.
yeah, we got social workers, we got librarians, we got look,
Okay.
Patrice that was coming. She's a librarian. She's a
Okay.
librarian in Charleston. So
Okay.
yeah. I definitely thank you for allowing me to be here tonight.
Well, thank you
Thank
for
you.
being here tonight. Thank you very much. And I look forward to seeing you Sunday night on the Night Crew. And thanks to everyone for tuning in to Friday Night Conversations. We're here every Friday at 9 p.m. Eastern Time, and we'd love to have you here each time. And Angela, thank you. God bless you, and I hope to see you soon.
Thank you.
Okay. Good night, everyone. Bye bye.